Well, Tito's this guy who's a kind of an entrepreneur, and he's a failed entrepreneur, but he really likes, he really loves life and the adventures of life. And one day he finds this snail, and who's really really fast, who's unbelievably fast. I mean, he works in this little plaza, and they all do snail races. And this one snail is just unbelievably fast. And then he gets an idea, and he's like, "Whoa, maybe we can use him." And you come for the snail racing, and you stay for the chimichangas, or for anything to sell tacos, because him and his brother own this little taco company. It's called Dos Bros Tacos. Actually, it's a taco truck, and they're just doing anything possible to try to sell some tacos. And they do have these big dreams, like. Just I guess like little kids do. Like my son has like all these dreams. He wants to be Batman. He wants to save the planet, and I'm always the bad guy. But they want to do something more in life, and him selling tacos and having fun ways to go about it. And then Turbo wants to do something more than just a snail, but he's always wanted to be a racer. They have this dream, and together, of like minds, they meet, and the dreams, end up taking off and leading them to the Indy 500. In a snail racing, you got guys like Snoop Dogg and Samuel Jackson, Maya Rudolph, and a bunch of other guys. But what's funny about them is that all the snails really take it seriously. When Turbo and his brother come in, they're very competitive, and then you see it in their mind. They're racing and racing and racing like the Indy 500, woo, woo. And then when you finally you get to see what they're actually doing, they're moving so slow. I want to be a part of it because now I'm watching a lot of animation, and with my kid, I'm like, I don't know how many we've watched, so many pieces of animation. As soon as they come out, my kid wants to see it, Shrek, I don't know how many times we've seen that. And, I got an appreciation for these kind of films, and it's tough kind of writing because it's got to entertain the parent, because he's going to see it 3 or 4 times, or she. And then also the kid, he just wants to see the animation, and it's got to, entertain both crowds. And when I was told that there's interest in me to do a DreamWorks movie, I said absolutely, I'd love to do it. But I'm actually, I guess just doing it for selfish reasons. I want to see if my kid will pick up on it, and be like, "Dad, that's you." Who knows? But we'll see. I want to be my kid's hero. It took 1.5 years to do it, I think, since the beginning, and you just keep plugging away, but you're only doing 3-4 scenes at a time, and sometimes a line here, and you never really know how it's going to cut together. But the more that you read, you have this image of what you think it's going to come out like, and then you actually see it, and it's way, way better. The jokes actually do work, because in voiceover, when you do this, you actually have to emote a lot, and you have to go big. And I was like, I didn't understand that too much, because I do movies, and you want it to be as natural as possible. And but once you see it, you understand that if you go too low, it doesn't really read. But the computer animation is just fantastic, and the storylines work really well, and the racing, it actually really gets you. It's kind of nail biting or snail biting. Interacting with David Soren was amazing. First of all, he's really quick. And every time, we'd have, a line reading, he would paint the picture, and just quick as lightning, tell me, do it like this, do it like that, do it like, and then he would get another line, just out of thin air as to what I should say, or what I should do, and then, it really did feel like acting. It was only 3 hours, but when you do a movie, I don't think there's that much acting, but this is 3 hours straight.